Alright, this is 13th Devotee with another How I Undecember video. In this video, we're going to be going over Lacrima System, unique and rare slot options. Lacrima System. By registering your gear in the Lacrima slots, you can receive your gear's option effects without having to equip the gear. The Lacrima statue is located in Saludo and will activate when you obtain a Lacrima item for the first time. Lacrima purchased from the auction house also qualifies. All Lacrima drops have a random authority association. You can obtain Lacrima items through the Guide of Illusions Time of Confrontation, Chaos Dungeon triggered event. Lacrima items have 8 equip slot options. You have helmet, shoulder, armor, glove, shoe, necklace, belt, and ring. There are also 3 weapon slot options. You have a two-handed weapon, a one-handed weapon, and a offhand equipment. Offhand equipment is considered shield, quiver, and pouch. Lacrima can be a mixture of grades ranging from magic, rare, and unique. The important ones to pay attention to are rare grade Lacrima. Rare grade Lacrima can either have magic grade or rare grade options. Legendary Lacrima can have magic, rare, or unique grade options as well. The number of slots can range from 1 to 3. It's random, but high probability of 3 slots with higher growth level. These slots have an absorption rate. The percentage represents how much of each item's stat are actually applied to the character. When at 100, you can utilize 100% of the equipped Lacrima stats. Any percentage above 100%, the stats are buffed. Any percentage below 100%, the stats are debuffed. For example, this Lacrima has a unique shoulder slot of 120% absorption rate, a rare two-handed slot with 114 absorption rate, and a rare one-handed slot with 104 absorption rate. You can quickly check applicable Lacrima stats by toggling the Lacrima button, which is below the Tier 34 in the description of the item. Non-applicable stats will be grayed out. Active stats will be left alone in white. One of the more important features to be aware of is the obtained Lacrima level requirement. Registered item levels cannot exceed Lacrima level. For example, if my Lacrima is level 165 like this one is, I cannot register any equipment that is level 166 or higher. Additional unspoken rules also be aware of. You cannot wear a unique item and put the same item into the Lacrima. This also applies to ultimate or transcendent versions of a unique item. So for example, here I have an Alyssa's Landing. I can't actually put that into the Lacrima and then in addition to that, wear a transcendent Alyssa's Landing at the same time. Crafted items also follow similar rules, but crafted items can share similar stat options, but also have different names. So for example, I can wear my ancient time and space esteemed ancient belt and register a rare Lacrima time and space vanished ancient belt with similar stats. Hunting and gathering Lacrima include 3 main factors: the Chaos Dungeon growth level selected, the third eye sacrifice, and the sacrifice effect stage obtained. Chaos Dungeon growth level. At the Chaos statue, select the Chaos Dungeon. Once you select a Tier 10 rare Chaos card, select normal or hard difficulty. This affects the monster drop rate and rarity boost. Next, select the growth level. By default, the monsters are at level 134. You can see the monster level right underneath the word Chaos statue. Each growth level increased raises the monster level. Hence, a level 134 monster will drop a level 134 Lacrima. The maximum Lacrima level is 170. This requires a growth level minimum of a plus 36 growth level. This can be completed in both normal and hard mode. Third eyes are obtained by clearing the mini-boss that spawns from a large orange portal during a Mist of Illusion triggered event. Use third eyes as a sacrifice to enable the Time of Confrontation portal portion of the event. Sacrifice effect stage determines the Lacrima drop opportunities. The maximum sacrifice effect is stage 5. Time of Confrontation spawns monsters in waves. Stage 5 allows you to engage 25 waves of monsters. In turn, it gives you the most opportunities to engage in monsters marked with a red symbol. To get there, you need a sacrifice point score of 810. You can sacrifice any grade charm or any grade orb. Higher grades and higher tier tributes provide more points. Charm sacrifices. I recommend going through your charms and favoring the ones you want to keep. Toggle the button on the far right hand side. The non-favorite charms will show up as available options when engaging with the mist burner. Don't forget about the set favorite option, which lets you favorite multiple registered items and also lets you unfavorite multiple registered items at the same time. Charms can be obtained naturally from general gameplay such as combat or content rewards. You can increase charm drop rate by going to the Rune Hunter registration office and by selecting the Affluence 50% charm drop chance. You can also use the legendary Link rune, increase charm drop chance. This will increase the charm drop chance by 207.5%. You can also use the Artifact Core Stagnant Flow, which gives you up to 50% charm drop chance as well. By specifically clearing the Greater Chaos card Anchorage of the Golden Ring, you can receive the Artifact Core Stagnant Flow. In addition to that, you can also receive the Charm Random Boxes, which is called the Charm Special Chests, and these boxes are also available upon clearing other Greater Chaos card dungeons. Registering and removing Lacrima. Charm Blessing completion values are required for registering Lacrima items, and different blessing types and values are applied for each Lacrima item. For example, I can register a Lacrima blessing requirement at or below Alyssa 196, Hamal 165, Boreal 237, and Castor 63. You must remove all gear that have been registered to the Lacrima slots in order to remove the registered Lacrima items. Although removing a registered Lacrima does not cost currency, the gear registered to its slots will be destroyed. So that's why you want to make sure you remove all the items first. You can use rubies to restore gear instead of destroying them. If you require the Zodiac Pass, it allows you to remove registered items without costing any rubies. You can exchange the gear registered to Lacrima slots by using the Link of Unity. And when doing so, the previously registered gear will be destroyed. Since I don't have any gear right now that's already pre-registered, nothing will be destroyed. To obtain Links of Unity, engage the Mist of Illusion triggered event. The Mist Burner will appear when the event is triggered. You want to make sure you offer the sacrifices to the Mist Burner and complete the Guide of Illusion and Time of Confrontation. You can obtain Links of Unity naturally by drops from the Guide of Illusions or Time of Confrontation event. So the basic rules of registering and removing Lacrima items are as follows. Registering a Lacrima item, no currency is needed. Exchanging a Lacrima item is no currency needed. Registering gear into a Lacrima slot requires Links of Unity. The most important part of the Lacrima system is availability. Your options are limited to which Lacrima you can use based on your authority blessing completion rate. The Lacrima are of course completely random. The equipment slots are random, the equipment grade is random, and the absorption rates are completely random as well. So even if you can register the Lacrima, 95% of the time you won't have all three slot categories with high percentages you're looking for. The best way to counteract this is through volume of options. You want to first go and run Chaos Dungeons and hoard your Chaos points. Eventually, engage the Mist of Illusion triggered event by paying 350 Chaos points per Chaos Dungeon run. You can engage the Mist Burner, sacrifice, then enter the Time of Confrontation. Once clear, exit the map completely once you collect the Lacrima, and rinse and repeat. Keep in mind, champions also drop Lacrima randomly throughout the map, but completion of the actual map is not required in order to redeem the Lacrima themselves. Alternatively, you can acquire an artifact core that has a prefix called Chance for Phantom Castle to appear. This is probably a bad translation, but this also means this allows a higher chance to engage with a Mist of Illusion without applying any Chaos points to the Chaos Dungeon. It does go up to tier 6. I haven't been able to find one, but they are available. I usually recommend using what you got, especially starting a new season or new character. Progressively upgrade just like the rest of your gear as better Lacrima become available. Unique Lacrima options. Unique gear selection is really dependent on build. Some unique items provide complementary features to your skill rune but progressively become obsolete. Those unique items would be great candidates for Lacrima as you could register that gear. Then wear equipment that better supports your build. Ultimately, utilizing a distortion stone would be the best case scenario, allowing you to maximize additional stats and features, but you have a 2% chance of obtaining a distortion selection box from the Biscayne stage clear each season. If you don't have the luxury of using a distortion stone, once again, registering that equipment into the Lacrima is a great alternative. Here are some common unique suggestions. Keep in mind to make these shine, you want to build and maximize all their features and benefits. Just tossing these in without the build makes some of these completely useless. Unique Lacrima suggestions. For two-hand, I recommend using Expanding Boundary. This gives you up to 50% damage amplification as well as increased weapon range. Alternatively, there is a Keyless Sincerity, which provides up to 50% damage amplification and increased area of effect. For one hand, I recommend the Resolution of the Four Paths. This gives you 4 types of additional elemental damage. For offhand, I do recommend Boreal's Heart, although it doesn't give you as many effects, as well as Maricity's Sailboat, which do give you additional damage and area effect. For helmet, I do recommend using Preservation of Reason. This provides damage amplification as well as enhanced skill rune effect and recovery speed. Also Boreal's Arc, which also provides damage amplification and enhanced skill rune effect and recovery speed as well. For shoulder, we have Leo's Animosity, which provides the highest amount of damage amplification you can currently get. In addition to that, you have the Afro's Story and the Epaulet of Unity, which both provide maximization damage. One is for ancient gear, the other one specifically is for holy gear. For armor, I do suggest Numbing Armor, providing HP and enhanced skill rune recovery. For gloves, I do recommend Achilles Sunlight, which provides skill rune cooldown and duration. But there is one version of it that provides 50% skill rune cooldown dampening. In addition to that, Hamal's Verdancy does provide 55% damage amp versus elite. For boots, I recommend the Leo's Footsteps as it provides movement and also maximization damage, as well as the straw boots which provide movement and critical damage. For necklace, I do recommend the Seftar's Halter, which provides damage amplification, as well as the Resonance of All Colors, which provides damage amp and a fixed energy boost. For belt, I do recommend the Overture of Grace, which provides enhanced potion effect. And for ring, I do recommend the Ring of Amplified Power, which provides hit rate and damage, as well as a new ring approaching Omen, which also provides hit rate and damage. Uniques are generally already difficult to obtain. Sometimes, looking at what gives them value will help you determine options to target. For example, if I go to the auction house, you can find an Expanding Boundary for close to around 10,000 to 11,000 rubies on the auction house. But I can also pick up a Watcher Stick with similar functions as the Expanding Boundary for only 10 rubies. The alternative to unique options, generally Lacrima with rare options hold more value. Slots provide the ability to customize gear and enchant duplicate features. For example, by wearing an ancient potion belt, this provides me with 311 enhanced potion effect. And by registering a rare potion belt in my Lacrima with at least 100% absorption rate, this provides me with additional 213 enhanced potion effect. Together, they would provide me with 524% enhanced potion effect. Right now, I get 80% damage amplification from my high damage elixir enhanced potion with just using the enhanced potion belt. I wonder what the result will be if I add 213 more percent. If you're looking for a great video on how to enchant a potion belt, I recommend checking out PT Gaming's video, How to Craft a Potion Effect Belt. I'll leave a link in the description below. Rare enchanted equipment I recommend targeting is a rare two-handed weapon and also a rare one-handed weapon. Example, this two-handed rare, when all the effects are active, provides me with 102.1% damage amplification. This one-handed rare, when all the effects are active, provides me with 58.6% damage amplification. These two pieces together provide me with over 160% damage amplification when active. And these are the mediocre standard ones. The same versions, but crafted in the season mode with the forge effects, are even more boosted and ridiculous. If you do anything this season, hunt, gather, enchant, and craft. The stronger you awaits. Thank you for watching and check out my channel playlist in the description below. This is 13th Devotee signing out.